Alright, so we got one against Neo from Cerebi. This is a rematch because the first one ended in a Wi-Fi disconnection, and I posted it on YouTube as proof that I didn't disconnect. I know he didn't disconnect because he thought that he essentially had the upper hand, which he kind of did, but it was more of my stupidity that gave him the match. But this time I wasn't gonna play stupid. I took him seriously, and you'll see. So essentially, he starts off with Metagross, and I start off with the same Lucario. Um, if you want to see the other match, you can go see it. It's a little bit different. So at close combat, he since he knows that I have Swords Dance, he wasn't gonna switch out. He goes for the Earthquake. I live with 1 HP, and off the small chance that he has Bullet Punch, I go ahead and I close combat again. Um, which turns out I was really thinking, should I go for the extreme speed? Because it's going to do practically nothing, so why not switch out? Because he's a pretty good battler. I underestimated him the first time, and I wasn't going to make the same mistake twice. So I was seriously thinking, and my batteries were running out, so I had to think quick, but I couldn't make too hasty decisions. So I went for the extreme speed. He switches out to Fortress, which was a pretty decent wall. Extreme speed does basically nothing. Leftovers heals him back to full. I close combat. Um, does about a fourth. Toxic spikes. Doesn't really matter. I close combat. What? I don't know. See, he has about like a third left. He stealth rocks, and that was. I didn't think it was that big a deal when he used it, but it turned out to be a big deal later. He lives with like 20 or 15 HP. Who knows how much? I gyro ball. I could have got a few sword dances off and then close combated, but um, I didn't want to risk it. So I sent out Charizard, and Stealth Rock takes out half, which was really gay. So I sub up. No, actually I Earthquake. Okay, I Earthquake because he knows that he saw me use Charizard before. He knows that I was gonna sub up, so he went with Heat Rain, and chances are it was sashed or not sashed. Choice Scarf. So I went straight for the Earthquake, and I thought that Earthquake was super effective on Weavile, but I guess I was wrong. He Night Slashes. I live with literally 3 HP. Salisbury activates. I Earthquake, and he lives. I could have KO'd with Fire Punch. He Ice Shards. So that was a mistake on my part. Really big mistake. The match could have gone a little bit easier if I went straight in for the Fire Punch. Um, Neo was actually a pretty good battler. I found a few good battlers on Cerebi, but the majority are still scrubs. I send out Gengar. I know Shadow Ball's half, so I'm thinking I have Choice Scarf, so I'm gonna be faster. And he knows that I'm faster because he saw me use this earlier. So he's definitely gonna go for the Icicle Sphere. So this rematch was a little unfair because I knew some of his strategies and he knew some of mine. But I told him I was gonna use the same team, but I wasn't gonna play stupid, and he said sure. He used the same team, so not that big difference. If anything, he had a little bit more of an advantage. I just played smarter. So at Thunderbolt, he sends out. Well, Weavile goes down. He sends out Metagross, and I have max. Well, I have 394 special attack. So I go ahead and I go for the Thunderbolt because I'm stuck on Thunderbolt. Otherwise, I would like Shadow Ball or something. So I'm I did take my time though when it came to picking moves because I didn't want to make the same mistakes that I made the first match. I Thunderbolt, Metagross goes down. I was playing pretty hard this match. I wasn't gonna let him get 2 wins on me. He sends out Gengar and I Thunderbolt. He lives. He Shadow Balls, and then I go down. Well, he didn't technically win that first match. Even though it looked like he did. Um, I'll explain later. But for now, I send out Salamence. Stealth Rock does a little bit. Cut his attack. He Thunderbolts. He's not. He doesn't have Choice Specs or Choice Scarf, so it doesn't KO. I Dragon Claw. He goes down. He sends out Fortress. I Dragon Claw, and he lives with like literally 1 HP, and he Gyro Balls, and I go down. I really hate that Fortress. So I decided to send out Machamp. This is the biggest mistake I made the first match. I didn't send out Machamp earlier. Instead, I sent out a few other guys. that really cost me the match. I dynamic punched. The reason I didn't send my champ out earlier was because I was afraid that Fortress would be faster and that he would explode on me and that Blissey would be basically destroy my team. So this time I played it smart. I sent out my champ, killed his Fortress, killed his Blissey, critical hit. I really didn't think it matters, but that was a great match, Neil. As for the first match, I didn't have time to narrate it because I really wanted to upload it to prove that I didn't disconnect. Um, so that was a decent match. I played a lot smarter. Like the first match, I was kind of half-assing it because I just played a special K-Man. I had just finished playing him, and then this guy challenged me, and I was like, well, I mean, I'll go easy on him. But then I realized he's actually a great battler. He's actually pretty good, and I think that's the last time I'll ever underestimate somebody on Cerebi. Um, but for now, you know what to do. Comment, rate, sub.